Okay, so here we are. Let's see. Okay. So some things are definitely going to be similar to the previous playthrough. Even though the story has taken a massively different turn at this point. Yeah, the Master still has the same general plan. That has not changed between my playthroughs. Oh yeah, so this maiden, of course, is Miyuki. You would know that if you've seen the previous playthrough. Renamon seems intent on making the same deal because, again, we've kind of backtracked in the storyline a bit to this is the start of part 10, I think. But I went through the entirety of part 9 before realizing, oh geez, at least from the perspective of our group of main characters, things are getting quite different. Yeah. Also, slight warning, especially for those of you who are watching this live. There's probably going to be some language sprinkled in here and there. Some foul language sprinkled in. So, my assumption regarding the Master wanting these holes is that he wants to utilize those to, like, get to and or attack the human world. I was always at her side. At Miyuki's side. That she reacted to that person was a mere coincidence. I'll get her back. That's right. I'm the one who'll make you happy, Miyuki. The only one. Hang in there just a little longer. I'm going to save you, I promise. I totally forgot what kind of a voice I gave Renamon. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that Digimon also survived in this playthrough. First time through, he didn't. He kinda threw himself in front of an attack to save Takuma, like our main character. But that wasn't necessary this time. Miu's all crying because she has a real deep connection with Digimon here, and this particular place because she spent a lot of time here before the rest of the group found her. Yeah, so I won't have to specifically separate any of Ryo or Shuji's dialogue now. Because I'm just recording it all. Yeah, so, Baihumon was the first of the 4 sovereign monsters, sacred beasts, whatever they were technically called. And I think that was the one for the east. Or maybe the west. Since Shuji is only mentioning north, south, and east here. So, if I were in this situation, just real quick, since we found the West Shrine, apparently, my idea would be going straight in the opposite direction and go for the East Shrine. Then from there, it would be easier to sort of, like, triangulate the northern and southern shrines. But let's see what they think. Oh, but I forgot there's, like, a certain order that they're, like, certain shrines might be in more trouble than others currently, because the master is also trying to, like, take over those shrines to prevent our backup plan. Okay. Yeah, but that also means that the situation there is more urgent. Yeah, I mean, we really don't know, so. The ultimate goal is to get to the sovereign monsters before the enemy does. I don't know if that's it per se. Yeah, we really did kind of, stumble our way upon Baihumon. There was literally just a hole in the wall as we were trying to escape. Anyway. Man, everyone's changed so much. Shuuji seems as serious as ever, but he's looking ahead with all our safety in mind. Aoi's saying exactly what she feels, pulling everyone together. Ryo seems pretty proactive here. Still seems like he might leap before he looks, though. Again, this, compared to how they were before Takuma wound up temporarily leaving the group, going back to the human world for a little bit through various means. Alright, real quick, gonna save this here. Actually, I think I'll save it in that slot. Okay, and there's no particular... I'm kind of curious about all the possibilities, but I also don't want to take forever with this. Because of previously trying to get all of the dialogue for Ryo and Shuuji, Aoi has the lowest affinity of the three, so if I'm going with increasing affinity as much as possible, I actually want to focus on whoever's lowest first. So, I'm gonna choose Aoi here. I mean, she was quieter before, but she would usually, kind of chime in addition to somebody else. If, something similar to her stance was already stated. Yeah. And she was the one who pretty much told herself she didn't have what it takes to be a leader early on in the game. I think Labramon means don't push too hard. Oh yeah, so one of the benefits of this being a New Game Plus is that, all the leveling up and all the items that I had gotten, all that kind of stuff from the previous playthrough carried over. But even with that in mind, some of the battles for the story have gotten kind of difficult again. Okay, free action period. Which means... Oh, this is the one where I have a limited number of moves, right? Alright, so we got Deep Woods, Park Entry Forest, Foothill Forest. Lots of forest areas. Forest, Parkwood South. Jeez. Forest Delta. Free battle. Okay. So yeah, I've got 8 things that I can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then the free battle. Oh yeah, also at any given point, I can go back to the school area and do an extra super hard battle that is only available in New Game Plus. But, yeah. Now is not the time for that. Okay, so... There is... Okay. If the Deep Woods is going to do what it usually does, then I'm thinking I'm just going to go there first. We'll see if I'm right. If not, I might go back and reload my save. Man, who ever heard of these stupid sovereign monsters anyway? Where are they hiding? We need to find them all real quick, or Kunemon's home's done for. Ain't that some shit? Q! Yo, that's too much, man. I didn't say I was just doing it for you. QE? Cram it. Whose face is getting red here? Something has changed about him for sure. When we first came here, he was a selfish wimp. Now he's more concerned for others. Now he's even thinking about Kunemon and the rest. Surprises just keep on coming. I assume when he says the rest, he means like the rest of the Digimon? Hello. Of course you'd show up now. Damn it, why do you always have the worst timing? Well, that's enough griping. We'll handle this ourselves, Kunemon. So what I think is going to happen here is that there's going to be another evolution kind of situation. That's what it looks like. But we'll see. Kunemon. Talk to me, Kunemon. Q. Ah, Kunemon. Don't be like that, man. Don't you give up on me. You could do this. You're the best, I swear. Q. Knock it off. Ain't no way I run off and leave you behind. Q. Say it ain't so. Kunemon. He means so much to me. I'm gonna make you pay for this. The hell's wrong with you? Taking something so precious like it was nothing. You got any idea how it feels for the rest of us? Your crap has hurt so many people. You should be ashamed. You punks have friggin' done it now. I'll protect Kunemon's important place. I assume meaning the world? No matter what, I'll make it happen. Yeah? Why is it with a G now instead of... What? I don't know. Kunemon? What is it? Hey! The heck? Kunemon, are you... I got you, man. You and me, our hearts are becoming one. Our feelings, our power, everything. It's all spilling out from inside me. Q. Yeah, it's all good. Let him friggin' have it, Kunemon. I'm not gonna do all that. Alright, so previously we had Cherubimon as the ultimate form. So I assume this is now going to be the Mega Evolution. Hold up, maybe I should remove my face from this scene. Okay. And I got an achievement. Yeah, I'm probably going to be getting a lot of those because I didn't get most of the Mega Evolutions in the previous playthrough. Mostly because of affinity stuff. Is this for real? Is that your new form? Ryo, let's try that again. As we are now, we're sure to be victorious. So, BanchoStingmon, okay. Anyway, okay. Back to the face cam. I get a feeling there's going to be a lot of those available right about now. Although, maybe not that many. It depends on the affinity level required. Real quick. Whoa! That is some big range on that attack. Holy cow. Also, passive skill. Raises physical defense and special defense 1 rank. Moderate chance of raising random stat 1 rank when attacked. And special attack 1 rank when HP drops a certain amount. Daggum. Okay. Anyway, moving. The attack cannot quite hit. So I'll end the turn facing that way. So I guess the defense got boosted because he got attacked. Also, just cuz, since this will increase crit chance and damage. And also, this version can once again speak. I'm just going to say human language, because they're actually speaking Japanese in the game. It's just the subtitles are in English. I could just use a regular attack, but let's see what this looks like. Yeah, I got to get back into the habit of going between webcam and no webcam. We did it! Talk about winning big. For a second there, I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. And you were a real powerhouse out there. I'm starting to feel like we got this again. So there's your proof that I can get it done. Well, sort of. After all, you did all the heavy lifting. So what should I call you now? It's BanchoStingmon, Ryo. And it wasn't me who did the heavy lifting. If it weren't for your strong passion, I couldn't have done a thing. Stop it. You're gonna make me cry. If it makes you that happy, then I can't ask for more. Getting a little big for your britches? And those are some big britches. Ryo, what you said back there about protecting this place, I was so happy. You're always saving me. Now it's my turn to save you. I'll protect everything you hold dear with this power, so count on me all you want. Thanks. I'll be counting on you from here on out, BanchoStingmon. Victory. Didn't even go up a level. Ultimate Enlightenment Slab, which I think I can use to change a wild Digimon to Mega. Okay. Gonna save real quick. Okay. No other... Huh, okay. Nobody else in the deep woods. Although... I'm trying to think. Oh, he's the only one I have above 70 affinity, so maybe that's the key there. So maybe I need to start working on the other people's affinity. Minoru's the lowest, so I think I'll start with him. And he happens to be here at the park gate, which is also where Shuuji is. Actually, before that, though, since these other areas with no people will not occupy, or maybe I should say take up, any of my moves, I'll go ahead and do these first. Alright, so let's go here and talk with Minoru, and I guess probably Shuuji while we're at it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I could still talk with everybody to get affinities up. Okay, I'm gonna remove the webcam for this stuff. Just, I don't know. For some reason, it feels more natural not having my webcam there when I'm trying to voice act the characters. Minoru's with Shuuji. Maybe I should talk to them before they head out. But is there anything else to find here? So yeah, talking with Shuuji would use up one of my moves. And the gate. Also talking with Minoru would separately use up a move. Anything hidden around here? I'm gonna guess no. Doesn't seem like it. Okay. So, let's talk with Minoru here. Hey, Takuma. What? You really believe in Miyuki, right? I do. We'll get her back to normal no matter what. And then we're all going home. You're something else, man. I don't think I can believe in Miyuki that much. But Miyuki's one of us, isn't she? Yeah. I know that. It's just... she ended up turning on us and attacked us so many times. Are you sure she hasn't been swallowed up by the Master? I want to say yes, but I don't have any proof of that at the moment. But it isn't about proof, is it? We can't save Miyuki if we don't believe in her. She's being manipulated, but even so, Miyuki's still alive. I'm sure he gets that. Maybe that one. You get it, don't you, Minoru? Miyuki's still alive, even if the Master is controlling her. The Professor's voice reached her after all. I'm sure our voices will reach her too. Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, if you're that sure of things, then that's what I believe is going to happen too. Minoru? I mean, let's not get carried away here. That may not be how things go down. Just maybe. Minoru, do not speak such a meaningless falsehood. You truly believe in that girl. Hey, shut up. It's Takuma who I trust, and even then, there's no guarantee, okay? Well, I appreciate it either way. I'm glad you believe in what we're doing. If we run into Miyuki again, I'll try talking to her. She may not listen to what I have to say, but I won't rush into a fight. That is good. Your resolve is admirable, Minoru. I always get so embarrassed when you compliment me, Falcomon. Thank you. I'm sure Miyuki will appreciate that too. Yeah. That's something else I choose to believe. Okay, save that. Since that was the good result. And I guess I'll talk with Shuuji while I'm here. What is it, Shuuji? You look like something's bothering you. I've been thinking. I see the others, and I wonder if maybe I'm not a caring person. Where's this coming from? It never even occurred to me to say goodbye to the Kemonogami. Just what to do next. And it makes me think maybe something's wrong with me. What? Of course not. Shuuji, you're working really hard to help everyone. Yeah, I think so too. He mentioned focusing on what to do next. So maybe if I sort of play into that and make it sound like a positive. We may never have gotten around to leaving this place at all. It's not that you don't care. You're just focused on what's best for everyone. You don't know how happy it makes me to hear you say that. What about you, Takuma? Aren't you going to say goodbye? Nah, I'm good. You might need some more time, though. Yes, she was the queen here for a while, wasn't she? I'll make sure to get her when it's time to go. Thanks. I'm not sure I could manage it. I'll leave that to you, Takuma. You're clearly the right one for the job. Got it. Yay. So I made the best affinity decision the first time. In that case. Alright. Even though I know I'm probably going to save again after I back out of here. I still figured I'd save it there just in case things end up changing. Alright, so Minoru's still only at 68, but Shuuji's up above 70 now, which makes me wonder. Yep, Shuuji's in the deep woods. Thus, proving my theory, basically. So, more evolutions! Huh? Nobody's here. I feel like Shuuji should be around here somewhere. Despite looking around, I can't seem to find anyone. Why, you little... That sounded like Shuuji. Shuuji, where are you? Takuma, is that you? Be right there. No, stay back. Shuuji, is that... Takuma, didn't expect you to show up. Lopmon is fighting for all he's worth. Only it looks like he's having a tough time. This isn't good. Hold on, I'll be right there. This is bad. Listen, Takuma, Lopmon and I will hold them back here. You head back to everyone else. You're going to take them on alone, Shuuji? It's too much. Harsh words for me to hear, but no, this thing is different. You and me alone wouldn't make a dent, as much as I hate to admit it. I'll just keep them at bay somehow, so please, head back right away. Shuuji. And then we get into the part where it's like battle, look. Anyway. Shuuji, this one's strong. I know. It's in a whole other league. But if nothing else, we could take it down with us. Hold on, Shuuji. We can't be hasty here. We should at least stall for time. Just imagine what'll happen if we don't. I'm the oldest one here. It's my responsibility. We can't retreat now. You're talking crazy. No one's expecting you to fall on a grenade like this. I know that. I'm being selfish here. Self-satisfaction, even. But I believe this is the right choice. My role is to take the lead and protect others. No one's making me do this. This is the right way forward. One I chose myself. Sorry, Lopmon, but please stick with me on this path I've chosen. Yeah, I believe in your righteousness, Shuuji. Ouch. What? Yeah. Lopmon? This is... Could it be? Something from deep inside me is... The power. It's welling up. Hello. What have we here? Angelic entity. Okay, it looks a little less... Honestly, in that, like, up-close shot, it looked so, like, Baymax-ish. Anyway. Shuuji. Now then, let's do this, Shuuji. This is your righteousness. Also, how exactly is one supposed to pronounce that? Cherubimon, I guess? I assume it's, like, derivative of the word cherubim. Let me just... Passive skill raises damage dealt by light attacks 2 ranks, and raises strength of recovery effects 2 ranks. Prevents sealing. I think that might be the status effect that, like... prevents you from using special attacks or whatever. Anyway. Okay. So. Good grief. Just gonna move you straight here, I guess. I don't think I'd be able to get, like, a side attack on this. Regular attack is going to do 1152. Heaven's Judgment. 1540. Still not enough, huh? Oh well. That looked more like lightning than pure light, but whatever. Heh. Huh. And the counterattack looked almost like a lightning bolt kind of thing, too. Shuuji. Takuma, didn't I tell you to go back and join the others? Still, it looks like we won. And it was all thanks to him. No, Shuuji. If it weren't for your unshakable resolve, I never could have taken this form. Believing not only in your duty, but in your own righteousness, you filled me with power. In other words, you're the one who led us to this victory, clearly. My righteousness. That's not just my ego talking, then? Ego, selfishness, call it what you will. Sharing it with others makes it your justice. I believe in your righteousness, Shuuji. Your noble will resonates deep in my heart. I see. So what's your new name? Cherubimon. That is the name of this new form. I'll be here to support your path toward righteousness. Yes. Thank you, Cherubimon. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. And victory. Another Ultimate Enlightenment Slab. Which, I'm wondering if I should, start using those up here soon. Anyway, gonna save real quick. No other deep woods. Oh, man. Sorry. I guess that's mostly because Minoru's and honestly nobody else's affinity is quite high enough yet. His was at 64, it went up to 68. That makes me think that really Aoi is the only other one who could get that kind of thing going. Now, there's Ryo and Saki there. Kaito and Aoi there. And then Muse by herself. I guess I'll go with where Kaito and Aoi are next. Okay, lots of voice acting here. Good grief. Anyway. Kaito's there with Aoi. Maybe I should talk to them about our next steps? But also checking out other possible things to find in the room. If anything. Yeah, I just realized I didn't do my other stuff that I've been doing through the entire rest of this playthrough, which was essentially going back into all the, unoccupied places in between talking with people. Just to make absolutely sure I didn't miss anything. Anyway. Hey, Kaito, what's up? Not planning to say goodbye? They did take care of Mew for a while. I think you should. I'll let Mew say her own goodbyes. I wanted to take some time to think about things. Like what? Doesn't it feel to you like we've all come a long way since Mew was queen here? It's funny, this world is so small, but I can't help but feel like we've journeyed far. Hey, isn't it a bit early to be getting all sentimental on me? Oh, shut up. Now's as good a time as any. Takuma, what do you think? I think I know what Kaito's saying. The time we've spent here has been so jam-packed. But isn't this the type of conversation they have in movies before a character dies? All joking aside, we still have a long road ahead of us. Hope they don't lose focus. Saving here real quick. What should I say to Kaito? One of those two seems the most appropriate. That, no. Completely out of left field. And if Kaito were one to joke around, maybe. That'd be more of a Mew thing. I'm going with this one. I kind of get how you feel, Kaito. We haven't been here all that long. And it still feels like forever since we first came to this world. Exactly. Anyway, I'm sure things will stay tough, but let's not let that stop us. Yeah, all together, we've got this. Heh, you're sounding more like a big brother than ever, Kaito. What? I've been a big brother from the start. You're gonna drive me crazy. Sounds like even Kaito can sense how much we've all changed. Okay. Quick save before talking with Aoi. I wonder where all these kids will go now. Worried about their new home? Yeah. I wonder if they'll stay here or try and find somewhere else. I feel like she's worrying too much. They live in this world after all. Still, maybe I should stick with her until she feels better instead of saying as much. I think it'd be best to take them all to the school, but... save before this decision. Aoi always seems to be one to want to take care of people. So let's maybe go with that. It'd be best if we could take them all back to the school. Oh, not a bad idea. It's a big area with plenty to eat. No, I see the appeal, but that'd be a bit difficult. Difficult? Why is that? There's no safe path to the school from here. Besides, we need to head to the shrine. We don't even know if the school is safe. The Kenzoku attacked when we were there, right? Oh, that's true. Are you worried about this place too, Takuma? So you noticed. Sorry, I wish I had a better idea. Oh no, I'm just happy you're trying to cheer me up. Aoi looks a bit better, I think. That's good. Plus, they've got Digimon. They'll be fine. The best we can do right now is trust them. You're right. I'll choose to believe in them. Someone should tell them how you feel, Aoi. I'll be right back. Labramon, wait! That's really not necessary. And she's gone. Well, she's only got your best interests at heart. I wouldn't be too upset if I were you. Okay. That all worked out. I didn't even need to, retry any of that. Okay, I do think now that I've talked with a few people, I'll double check these areas real quick. But right. I'm going to go here into the deep woods because there's going to be, I'm pretty sure, some evolution going on here for the particular Digimon shown there. I came to check this place out, but... Well, this place is done for now. If the fog gets any thicker, we'll have those hands to deal with. Those hands? What? I'm so confused by that. Oh, right. Because there's hands that come out of the fog to, try and grab people. That completely slipped my mind. Aoi, we should go. This is really dangerous. Yes, let's go. Aoi really does seem upset about it. I feel the same way. This was an important place for the two of us. Aoi? What is it? Are you crying? Now I know what Digimon must have felt like. Huh? This must be what it's like to lose an important place. A place you called home. So this is how hard it feels. I could tell both of you my honest feelings here, But now... Aoi, I get how you feel, but we've got to get out of here now. Otherwise... Aoi, behind you! Look out! What? Oh no, it's them! What should we do? Leave this to me. Let's go, Labramon. I'm on it. Come on, let's go! Okay, then it transitions over into a scene that looks kind of like the battlefield, but there's going to be a little bit more dialogue first. What's going on? There's something different about these things. They're so strong. Aoi, this is too much. We need to pull back. No, we have to hold them off here. Otherwise, the others will be in danger. Running won't solve anything. That's why we need to win this. We have to. I refuse to lose anyone. We are all going back home. I'm going to make that happen no matter what. I can't give up now. Are you saying we need more power, Aoi? No, not power. What I want is a heart of justice, the strength to stand and fight. Brute force isn't enough, I'm sure of it. What we need is an unwavering justice. Then we'll be able to win this for sure. Aoi, your refusal to give in, and your desire to wield power with humility and wisdom. These things give me courage. More than this form can contain. Yeah, I'm not going to do the big, long cry like that. Much as I enjoy the voice acting to some extent, that's a bit much for me to do, especially with all the other talking I've done. That would just, like, wreck my throat. Looks like Anubis, kind of. And that's going to be what it's named after, isn't it? Yep, Anubismon. No, Labramon's actually the rookie form. This is a mega evolution. Hey, thanks for the follow, Temple Snail. Aoi, I apologize for the delay. Now, leave all of this to me. Okay, fighting time. Webcam back on. Yeah, they will just kind of warp Digivolve like that in this game. Let me check. Passive skill. Raises damage dealt by light and dark attacks 2 ranks. Prevents confusion. Okay, because the regular attack is light and the other skill there is dark. Gotta move closer, though. I'm kind of slightly over-leveled for this, but that's usually the idea for these battles. It's more so just to have the new evolution wasn't quite enough this turn, but oh well. I should be fine. Especially if there's a counterattack. And that's okay. I guess that was the counter/basic attack animation. Okay. Back to webcam off. Aoi, are you alright? Takuma, I won. I did it. I protected this place that meant so much to both of us. I did it. Yeah, thanks, Aoi. You're amazing, really. And you, Labramon, thank you so much. It was the strength of your resolve that led me to take on this form. No longer am I the watchdog of Hades, but the judge and protector of all life, Anubismon. Anubismon? Yes, truly you have gained such strength. So long as your heart is strong and true, you need not fear anything. Let us continue to fight together to protect the ones we care about. Thank you, Anubismon. Okay. Victory. Yeah, not even enough experience to level up. So I haven't talked with those two yet, or Mew. Those are the main ones that I want to make sure I talk with. Here's Ryo Saki. Should I talk? No. Just completely ignore them. That's the whole reason I came to this place, was just to completely ignore them, take a look around, see if there's anything here. I had no desire to talk to them. Why would I want to do that? Stairs go to the upper... this. Okay, whatever. Okay, so if it shows that little spot there without an A next to it, it's pretty much just a hint that you should check that out with the camera. Which then shows that kind of thing, and usually it leads to an item. Occasionally that leads to a battle, but usually it's items. I'm gonna double check, because not every item you can find, it like has a spot that you can lock onto it. Okay, nothing else there. Voice acting coming up, so away goes the webcam. Oh, geez. I haven't done Saki's voice in quite a while. Can you believe how nice it is? You'd never think the fog could have been so thick. It kind of feels like proof that what we did was right. Doesn't it? It makes me want to keep going. Lets me think everything's going to work out. It's not always good to be too optimistic, Saki. I know, but it's not like being all gloomy is going to help things either. I'm sure we'll be able to save Miyuki, just like the kids here. Right. As long as we work together, I just know we can save her. I hope things go well with the sovereign monsters, too. Maybe we won't need to use force for them to acknowledge us, and we can talk things out. I'd love it if that were true. Sounds like a long shot to me. I'm sure the four sovereign monsters will want to test us. But if I say it'll definitely come to a fight, won't that just upset Saki? Should I tell her we may not have to fight, even if it's just to ease her mind? I don't think we can avoid a fight. I get the feeling the four sovereign monsters will want to test our strength. They'll be looking to see we're not just a bunch of weak humans who are all talk. Yeah, that makes sense. I kinda knew that already. You accept it just like that? I don't want to fight, but if it means they'll come to trust us, I guess we have to. Besides, you said it before, didn't you? It'll be all good. You know, there's a lot that we've learned since we came here, Takuma. And I think one of those things is that words and actions are equally important. We can value them both just the same, don't you think? Yeah, I just know we can do it. Me too, and I'm going to help make sure of it. Yeah, we better give it all we got, Saki. Okay, finally. Jeez. Gonna save real quick after that. Although I still have another character to talk to here. Takuma, tell me, do you honestly think we can beat the other three? You mean the other sovereign monsters? Yeah. You think we can go up against guys that strong and keep winning? Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not scared or anything. I'm just trying to be realistic. That's all. Realistic. We don't know anything about the enemy, so we've got to be realistic. But honestly, I'm worried too. I totally get where Ryo's coming from. Well, even if we're this worried, the other sovereign monsters might not want to fight. It's okay to be scared. If I'm being honest, I'm pretty anxious myself. You too? Yeah. Thinking of opponents as strong as Baihumon, maybe even stronger, freaks me out. I see. So you get worried too sometimes. It's kind of a relief, actually. Feels like it'll work out if we're on the same page. Oh yeah? You think? Yeah. If you get scared, then you know how to encourage someone when they feel it, yeah? Oh, yeah, I get it. Sure, leave it to me. Then again, maybe with Kunemon's help, everything will turn out alright. Q? Or maybe not. You think I'm being overly optimistic? QQ! No, I like how you're thinking. That's how I feel about having Agumon and everyone else. Right? I just don't know. Don't worry about it. Together we've got the power to smash through all those doubts. Alright, well, I'm gonna hold you to that, okay? I'm putting my faith in you. I'll put my faith in you, too. As long as we believe in each other, we can do anything. Yeah, right on. I'm going to believe. Okay. This is the main reason why going back and playing through this again has taken me as long as it has. Because I finished the first time through the game months ago. Of course, it was also quicker doing this in my own time when I wasn't concerned with, recording/streaming it all. I was skipping a lot of dialogue. I was just trying to get through to the important stuff that I felt like I was missing from the previous playthrough. The problem is, now it's all stuff that was missing from the previous playthrough. Anyway. Okay. I got one more character to talk to. And then... yeah. After that, my throat might kind of need a rest. It's Mew. Is she still attached to this place, I wonder? I mean, you gotta imagine she's got some sort of feelings for this place. I don't know why I'm examining all this stuff. It hardly ever turns anything up. But I say hardly ever. There was like once or twice when looking at those things, even if it was, examining objects that were already there and not hidden things with the camera, that still something happened. Okay. More dialogue, yay. I'm going to save all of you, okay? Just you wait and see. Look at all those kids around Mew. She sure is popular. They're all crying as they say goodbye. Clearly they know how Mew feels about them. I'm your queen after all. Saving you is my job. Oh, Takuma. Don't mind me. Take your time and say goodbye. I will. Oh, but I want you to promise me one thing. You do? I mean, sure, as long as it's something I can do. Don't tell my brother I was crying, okay? If he knew how much this made me cry, he'd probably try and make me stay here. I feel like it's got to be one of these two options. Usually going along with what she has asked for has been the better option. Usually. We'll keep it a secret from Kaito, of course. Thanks, Takuma. I want to help save this world with everybody else. I want to stay with you to the end. Please, Takuma, will you promise me? Sure, if it means that much to you. Besides, I've always thought you should come with us. Good. Now I'm going to do my best to act like a queen. Okay. Yay for making the right choice the first time. Still gonna save, though. Alright, and who should I talk to last? Just Agumon, or should I go and talk with the professor? I guess I'll talk with the professor. Oh, or I could talk with Agumon while I'm here. Probably just observing things. I'll get back to that in a bit. And that. Okay, so bringing out the camera, clean dressing. That's a healing item, by the way. Yeah, there are some items that you use basically in battle to either heal or, you know, like cure status effects or whatever. And then there's other ones that you use outside of battle that will like permanently give stat boosts and stuff like that. I tend not to use much of either, to be honest. I probably should do more of that, and would, maybe, if I were trying to be more of a strategist about it all. Alrighty. One more bit of dialogue here. And this does not have any affinity choices involved, so I probably won't need to redo it. You've all done something truly amazing. Professor? What's gotten into you all of a sudden? Just look at how many lives you've saved. Take a moment to be proud. You've earned it. Doesn't feel like we've done anything to be proud of. We were just desperate. Desperate not to lose anyone. It's that mindset that's most important. It's something we adults can forget sometimes. The professor's praise feels overblown. We didn't do anything that incredible. Besides, the professor saved us more times than I can count. He deserves the praise. At any rate, this is just the beginning. We're trying to save the world here. Okay, so this is going to go with a karma alignment kind of choice. So, green is harmony, yellow is wrathful, red is moral. All the time. So that's how you can intentionally go with, you know, one or the other there. But I'm going massive harmony on this, so I'm kind of obligated to choose that. You're exaggerating. We've been running around frantically this whole time. If you insist, then we'll leave it at that. It's just, you children have ignited a fire of justice within me, long since extinguished. Here, Takuma, my boy, you should keep this instead of me. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. I feel like I should make it up to you somehow. Don't worry about it, Professor. After all, you're one of us. You think so? You really feel like I'm one of you? Absolutely. To think at this age you'd accept me as one of your own. Isn't life strange? And now we're getting into more cutscene kind of dialogue bits. It should be already voice acted. But yeah, it's all voice acted in Japanese, no matter what subtitles you choose. So, subbed, not dubbed. But I still feel like I gotta voice act Takuma's thoughts here, so fine, whatever. After we leave here, there's no guarantee we'll ever come back. Aoi and Ryo both know that, and it's painfully clear what they're both thinking. Yeah, so real quick, if I wanted to, I could set the dialogue to just automatically progress like that. However, I usually don't, because then when it gets to Takuma's thoughts, it just automatically skips past them. Because they're not voice acted. Yeah, I think we've generally found your instincts to be correct as well. What do I say to Digimon? Well, karma alignment. The other options would be rescue Miyuki and stop the Master. But yeah, going hardcore harmony on this one. Such positive words came naturally. I wonder if that's because of what Digimon said. Is that supposed to be like Takuma bowing right there, I guess? I mean, you know, Japanese culture, sign of respect, I guess. We're all heading north at last. Digimon and the others stay to see us off until we're out of sight. At this point, I appreciate how much that shows they care. It's proof we share a bond. Huh. Ryo generally hasn't shown, like, that kind of emotion up to this point. Just another thing I kind of like about the game. The characters are somewhat, well-rounded. They're not, like, one-dimensional. Anyway, none of us really wanted to be on an adventure like this. But I think we've all grown as a result. Ryo would never have acknowledged his feelings before. And it's not just him. I've grown too. I feel like we all have. Maybe that's what Digimon saw in us. Maybe that's why he said what he did. The way we are now, things really could be okay. Alright, fine, you got me there, Clearbit. I think you know what I mean about the characters being one-dimensional, though. Like, sometimes you get characters in games or movies that are just like tropes, and they're nothing but that. Anyway. One of the 4 sovereign monsters should be around here somewhere. Yeah. Before it happens, if it hasn't already, Clearbit, just fair warning. There is occasionally some foul language in this game, but there's not really much I can do about that. We're hiding? Okay. Shuuji and Minoru look deadly serious. I'll just do as they say for now. Yeah, more developments from when Takuma was not with the rest of the group. It's not just those two. Everyone's practically holding their breath. You can cut the tension with a knife. We're on high alert. You could hear a pin drop. And just like that... What? So it's just like they get a bad feeling, they kind of search around a little bit to see if the coast is clear, and then, I don't know. Yeah, but that would be too convenient. Yeah, I don't think these sovereign monsters are supposed to be easy to find. I'm not sure if I'd take that as a sign that they're headed the right way or not, honestly. But that's how they're deciding to interpret it. Everyone nods in agreement and scatters in response to Shuuji's instructions. Now, which way should I go? Okay, and now we've got an exploration moment, which is similar to the free action, except there's no, like, specific turns to use up. What's up, cool people? Hope you enjoyed the video. Wanted to apologize for basically the complete lack of game audio. The way that I was recording it and some settings that I didn't get that in the recording and didn't even realize it until I went back to edit. So, yeah, since I can't exactly go back and redo that part of the game, apologies for it being the way that it was. Otherwise, you know the drill. Like, share, subscribe, click the bell, look down in the description for more info, leave comments below there with any thoughts you have. I did look into it, and I'm pretty sure I figured out the issue, and it should be fixed for the next episode. Hopefully you'll tune in for that. I'll continue with, part 10 of the New Game Plus playthrough, and we'll just have to see what happens then. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Until then, stay cool, people.